What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into my channel. This past week on my social media, I asked you guys what type of YouTube content you guys wanted to see. I did a quick poll and several of you said that you wanted to see 2022 market predictions for the future. So that is what I'm here today to show you. And I'm going to be doing it in the form of misconceptions. So I'm going to be doing top 4 misconceptions of the future real estate market in 2022 and beyond. So just keep on watching. The first biggest misconception is that the rising mortgage rates are going to cause home sales and price appreciation to just completely plummet. So in order for me to bust this misconception, we got to look at the history. So historically speaking, there is really no solid evidence to show a direct correlation between higher mortgage rates and the price appreciation and overall home sales, those numbers just plummeting. So again, you got to look at the history to see what kind of trends were happening so that we can kind of predict the future. I'm going to insert a graphic right here to show you some, visual evidence of what I was just talking about. Second biggest misconception that I want to address is regarding iBuyers. And the misconception is that they are just going to dominate the market. And that's just simply not true. If you saw my video from last week about how Zillow shut down their iBuyer program, this is just the beginning of many of these companies doing that, or at least slowing down. And one of the biggest examples of this is Opendoor and Zillow. I believe that when these iBuyer programs first started to come out, they wanted to service a small amount of home sellers who valued convenience over, a high quality customer service experience and also getting top dollar for their home. But then these companies just got a big head, in my opinion, and they wanted to try to dominate the market. So when that didn't work out, they realized, okay, well, we need to scale it back a little bit. So now that's what they're doing. They're just trying to service that small pool of homeowners who don't really care about getting top dollar for their home. They really just want it for convenience for whatever situation there is happening in their life. And they don't really care about the cash or the high level of customer service that a local expert would provide. The third misconception is probably one of the bigger ones, and it's regarding foreclosures, which could predict like an overall market crash. So if we compare September of 2021 to September of 2019, which 2019 was the most recent normal year in real estate. So comparing September 21 to September 19, foreclosures are down 70%, which is not alarming. That's great. And foreclosure activity is increasing, but it's increasing at a much slower rate than the experts had originally forecasted or predicted. And most of that foreclosure activity is happening in vacant or abandoned properties, or they are happening with loans that were going in default prior to the pandemic. So there's really not a whole lot to worry about there. Also, last point, and I've said this many times in previous videos, mortgage servicers and regulators definitely learned their lesson from the housing crash about a decade ago. And there's a lot more stricter policies in place, and the regulators are definitely doing their job and making sure that we are best serving our clients and not just giving out loans to anybody and everybody. The last misconception that I want to cover today about the future of the real estate market in 2022 and beyond is regarding price appreciation rates. So Redfin just recently, maybe a week or two ago, just released their predictions for the housing market. Granted, this is at a national level, but it's definitely something to be noted. And they're predicting that the annual price appreciation rates are going to be at around 3% year over year. So that's definitely a low price growth. But one positive to think about with that, again, at a national level, is that it's most likely going to discourage spectators and investors from entering the market, and it may allow for more first-time buyers to be able to actually win a contract. That's one battle that I have to fight all the time. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and we're qualified and we're doing all the right things, but there's investors that are coming up with cash, and sellers in a lot of situations like those cash offers. So that could definitely be a positive thing. So speaking on this at a local level, I definitely predict that that appreciation rate is going to be higher in the Triangle, Raleigh-Durham area, because there's such high demand, especially this past year in 2021, and then obviously moving forward, because these big companies like Apple and Google are going to be establishing themselves here. So there's going to be so much growth. There's already been so much growth happening in 2021, and that's just going to keep going up and up. So I don't predict that the Triangle's appreciation rates are going to be as low as 3%, but I definitely think they will go down a little bit. All right, y'all, that's the tea. I hope that you were able to grab something from this video that you can use in your daily life to help you on your home hunting journey, or maybe help a friend or a family member. My phone number is here on the screen. If you have any questions, let me know. Would love to help you buy your next home and or sell your home. Look forward to seeing you guys, and have a great rest of your week.